Let me get this one last thing in. If it wasn't made clear, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, what else is there? All gone. And so the YouTube employee is wasting his time trying to silence me for protecting you and warning you of the danger that's coming. He will lose his job. All of the people will lose their jobs. Elon Musk just bought Twitter. Bye-bye. No more Twitter. Gone. And Zuckerberg? Oh, Meta. Bye-bye. Gone. And TikTok? Gone. No more twerking. And likewise YouTube. I will finally be silenced. That'll be the end of me. I will go into silence. You won't ever hear from me again. All my videos will be gone. You won't be able to look back. YouTube doesn't even allow you to go back to my old videos anyway, with the new formatting they've done. And so, yeah, all of this gone and done away with. So, enjoy while it lasts, because it won't last. We got less than a week. It's Tuesday when the midterm elections will be. We've already been shown what it'll look like. So. Travis Wayne Goodsell. As I was talking in the other video that's being uploaded right now about how the YouTube employee is getting the church in trouble, getting everybody in trouble for his actions of terrorism against me, cyber terrorism. And I realized something that you guys haven't heard from me in a while, as I've given the warning years ago, back when Trump was in office. And that's the one thing that I've been doing all these years. That's why I have the 200-pound Egyptian gold plates that I stood upon the mount on the day of my eviction and had the wounds in my hands and in my feet. Is that you guys aren't paying attention to what Trump says. Everybody claims to be loyal to Trump. Oh, Trump is the greatest. He's the chosen one, blah, blah, blah. But you're not listening to him. And that's the trouble, similar to Mormonism, is that, oh, we've got the true and living prophets of the true and living Jesus, but Mormons aren't listening. And I've been able to listen all these years, and because I'm searching for everything for the record of the history of this people, I'm able to watch the news and go, have you guys already forgotten? You reported on this and now you've forgotten? And you're treating like this is a news story and shocking to you? You were told this is what's going to happen, and you reported it, and now you've forgotten, and now you're surprised that it happened. And so, yeah, that's one of the frustrating things that I have to keep reminding myself. I'm paying attention to everything, and I've been abused by the church to be in a position to pay attention to everything, which is exactly what I wanted with my life. Thank you, church, for abusing me, wanting me dead, and being disappointed with the life I've chosen to go into. But yeah, once I knew that we were in the latter days, I knew I had to pay attention, because they're prophesied events that are going to happen, and so far they've all happened. And Mormons don't realize it. They're caught without the reserve oil. Parable of 10 Virgins, for example. And people don't understand when I keep repeating, we've got 2 years left. We've got till 8 April 2024. 8 April 24 is the deadline. We're running out of time. People aren't getting it, and they're not taking it seriously. And so we already know what's going to happen for the midterms. They've already begun doing exactly what they told us they would be doing. And here they are doing it. We knew this would happen because they told us this is what they were going to do. And so there are other things that are still waiting to happen because they told us they're going to do it. There are things that Trump told us he wanted to do when he was president, but kept getting told no. Now we know that they're going to push to get Trump back in the presidency. They're not going to wait until 2024's election. No. Because we've already been told what they're going to do with these midterms. And it frustrates me to no end to hear MAGA supporters complain about the deep state Dems, how they're throwing a wrench into this, that, and the other thing when they haven't been listening. They shouldn't be whining and bitching and moaning because we already know what they're going to do. So frustrating. And so, for one example, Trump wanted to have one news outlet, one source of, he wanted Trump TV, a one-channel nation, just like China. And he was told no. He wanted to shut down CNN. He wanted to shut down the Washington Post and shut down MSNBC, shut down this, shut down that. Even Fox betrayed him, and he wanted them shut down. He wants loyalty above all else, and his solution was to have Trump TV. And so, have you not been paying attention? Oh, is Trump going to be allowed back on Twitter? Even though there was a post in which Trump was put back on Twitter, no, he's being denied by Elon Musk, who just took over. He doesn't need Twitter anymore. He's got, what is it called, Truth Social? That's where he's got his freedom back. And he's using it in full force again. And so people are not getting it. They're not putting the big picture together. As when Trump gets put back in, guess what's going to happen, guys? Yes, MSNBC, NBC, ABC, CBS, all gone. Washington Post, New York Times, all the other newspapers, gone. Trump TV. Fox, gone. Trump TV. Even AON and Newsmax or whatever they are, gone. They may be the last to go, but if they don't fully support Trump, and Trump is just going to say, no, let's just make it Trump TV. He may hire the people to work for Trump TV, but that's what's going to happen. He's already told us. And when he gets put back in, nobody will be hired that will say no to him. We know this. This is what they've told us. It should not come as a shock. Could not come as a surprise. It's not something that you deny. Oh, he would never go that far. He wouldn't do that. He wouldn't cross that line. He's learned his lesson. No, you're not paying attention. You're not reading his books. You're not listening to his rallies. You're not listening to his interviews. You're not reading his tweets. And you're not reading his posts now. You're not watching and putting the pieces together. He doesn't just say things to say them. And so the worst thing that's going to happen is that MAGA will war to win Congress. They've already set it up. They've already told us a long time ago this is what they're going to do. They've already got impeachment papers all drawn up, ready to go for Biden and Harris. I don't understand why the MAGA followers are bitching and moaning that, oh no, Biden's doing this and Biden's doing that. Oh, he sucks. Well, he's gonna be gone. We know this. And if he's not gone because Congress doesn't get turned, we're going to war. Because they want it over with. They're cooing America once and for all. And they're doing it any way they can. And putting Trump back in as king. Not a president with a judicial system and a Congress. When he gets back in, all of that is gone. He doesn't need them anymore. He now will dictate what he wants done, and everybody must do it, or the coming storm from QAnon. Coming storm means he's going to have public executions, and there will be no FCC to cut him off on his internet for his public TV of public executions of all his enemies. And again, you guys are all complaining, oh, Biden this, oh, Hillary's emails, oh. You're not listening. There is horror coming. There is a coming storm. They are not being hyperbolic. They are telling the truth. This is what they want. They want destruction of America. They want Trump as their king because they think that they're going to get their way. And they do not know the consequences of putting Trump in power. He betrays everyone once he doesn't use you anymore. The devil does not support his own. And so what's going to happen with the church? The church, they're going to secede from America. They have to. They're going to have to say, I'm sorry, Trump, we'll let you have what you have. We'll let Russia come in and whine in Bear's ears for the uranium. So they'll have to placate Trump, but they'll have to say, Trump, can you please let us be our kingdom? We'll give you the rest of the United States, but please let us have our kingdom. And thus, then the church will be allowed to do what they can do. But the church's website? No, Trump will not allow it. All else will be censored and blocked. And so I'm not sure how he's going to handle sports and movies and stuff, because he loves that stuff. And so his Trump TV will have to pick up all of the slack on that. And that's why people who are loyal to him will be hired to cover all of this other stuff. But you guys do not understand the danger of people that you love, if they betray Trump, will be publicly executed. This is a horrifying scenario that is coming. And you think you're concerned about Roe v. Wade being overturned? It's gonna get worse. Trump already told us what's going to happen regarding women who are pregnant and not married and who want an abortion. He's already told us. And that was before he was elected as president, or put in as president by Putin in the 2016 election. In his interview with Chris Matthews, he explained it all, what his position was. He wanted to nuke America. Say goodbye to New York. You betrayed Trump. Southern District of New York. Bye-bye, Washington, D.C. He has no problems moving the capital to Mar-a-Lago. He would love to move his White House and make it Mar-a-Lago. He's the king. He can do whatever he wants. Bye-bye, D.C. Nuked. He'll have no problems because there will be no one to tell him no. He's told us he wanted to do it. It was leaked that he wanted to do it. He will do it. when he gets put back in, and there's no one to tell him no. And so all the generals who do not tell him yes, you're fired, publicly executed. Any of his cabinet who do not do what he says, fired, publicly executed. It's The Apprentice all over again, but instead of just saying you're fired, you'll be publicly executed. This is what's coming. All the investigations into Trump that are waiting until after the election, and then, oh no, Trump's going to get indicted. What are we going to do? Fired. Publicly executed. All investigations cease. You guys do not see the horror that is coming. And the liberal press keep telling you, oh no, democracy's at stake. Democracy this, democracy that. We're not supposed to be a democracy. Voting is not a democratic system of government. When you voted in Utah, if you voted by mail, which most of us do apparently, according to the news, we had amendment, I can't remember what it was called. Could have been one, because there was only one. But it was that amendment is the only democratic system in our election for the midterms this year. That's it. The rest, we vote for a representative to follow the Constitution according to their oath of office to provide for the needs of the people. That is not democracy. That's what's called a republic. And it's on the Constitution, so it's a constitutional republic rather than a regular representative government where representatives are put in and do the law that they design. And that's similar to a dictatorship and fascism and such like that. But communism is a socialist republic. Remember the USSR? The Union of Soviet Socialist Republics. Nobody thinks and puts the pieces together. And so party government is just that. Both Republicans and MAGA and Democrats. They're communist parties. And so like the Communist Party that we have in America, it's a redundancy. You don't need to call yourselves Communist Party. You just need to say you're the party. And we'll all understand you're communist. But the platforms are what we need to be paying attention to because the platforms are purposely designed to favor selected people in our society, not everybody equally. We're not supposed to have a law for each segregated group in our society. For example, you've seen under Biden laws getting passed to protect Asian Americans, laws getting passed to protect LGBTQIAPO+, laws to protect women, laws to protect... No, those are illegal, unconstitutional, because you need to make a law that treats everyone the same. So no favoritism to the rich elite entertainers and politicians and corporations, no hurting and discriminating against the poor, all equal on an equal level field. So the church would already be locked up in that scenario. They wouldn't be waiting, oh, I don't know, they're kind of rich and powerful, they're holding us hostage, we better not grant Travis his freedom and rights because of what the consequences will be of shutting down the whole church. The whole state of Utah would be in chaos. So, it's already in chaos because the church is committing crimes. And so, justice in a perfect union would be run a lot differently than it currently is. And Trump wouldn't be waiting until after the election to be indicted. He would have been indicted long before. And other politicians and other celebrities and so on and corporations. And so these are just a few of the examples of how your life will change in the coming days. Remember Nelson? Because he's already made the deals and arrangements with those who are going to be in power to make sure that he can get as good an assurance as possible to keep the church running, as he will have to compromise and say, okay, yeah, you can mine Bears Ears, go for it. You can shut down our website, just leave us the satellite signal for our conferences, where we'll only have a face of the eternal Nelson for the rest of eternity throughout the millennium, telling us he's Big Brother. But we've got a horror scenario here. The church is going to start up polygamy, go down to child brides, elders say goodbye to the wife you currently have, especially if she's hot, and you won't be able to get married because only the leaders of the church can get married and in polygamous relationships. And the rest of us will end up being slaves. The poor will be forced to work even if they're disabled and unable to work. It's going to be a horror story. And the elderly, what are they going to do? Well, back to work. So I'm going to end it here because things are getting wild here again.